Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this. And today, behind me, right here, is a CG13. Is it a CG? Yeah, CG13, I don't even know myself. So, this is a Nissan Micra engine, Dizzy. That is a 1.3 or a 1275, which is keeping with the original. You see, not daft, not daft. So, what have we got here? We've got the engine, gearbox, and a subframe that apparently mounts into a Mini. So I think the first job is going to be, we need to remove this engine out of here, and then we need to take that out of there. Yes, I know, I've only just mounted it, but hey ho, this was always going to be the plan. The plan was to get this rolling so I could get it out, but why not just get this out, get that in, and let's see if it all mounts up. So we're going to take that engine off there, and we're going to take the mount off there. I will come back when we've done that. Apologies for the wind noise if you can't hear me properly, there's not much I can do. Right, we've got both subframes out on here now. So looking visually, the only things that I can see are the same, are the towers, and then just back here, the rear where it mounts to the tow board. That looks original, but this isn't original. This bar, that's original. And then everything forward is obviously for Micra. So we're just looking, I'm a bit concerned about this bit here, whether that's going to hit the tunnel or bottom tow board slash tunnel sort of thing. So we're going to offer it up in true Paul P style, and we'll come back once we've done that. There we go. It does fit. It's close, but it's not really showing it on camera, but there is enough space back there. Yeah, fairly happy with that. It's not tight and it's not properly bolted in down there yet, but I think it will go. So yeah, fairly happy with that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to strip the engine off the box off the engine, whichever way you want to describe that, so we can actually have a look at the clutch and then also move it around a bit easier. Right, so we've separated it, and we noticed before we separated there's quite a lot of flex in that really for what it is. So we looked inside and we kind of don't have a release bearing. You kind of need one of them, so looks like we're purchasing one of them. The clutch itself doesn't look too bad. We are going to whip the pressure plate off anyway, just to have a look, because we're here now, but we're trying to make this as light as possible so I can move it around. So bear with me while we take these out. Well, we thought the clutch looked okay. There's a bit of blue there for Dad's, look. A bit of blue for Dad's. So it's got a bit hot in its time. It is an LUK, and it did say Nissan on it as well. There it says Nissan as well, and it also says Nissan there. So it's probably original clutch. He reckons it's done about 80k or something. You can't really see. Flywheel doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, that surprised me though. We did say there was a lot of slop when we picked it up, but there you go. So, I mean, for what these are, I'll replace that anyway, but it's nice to see, just to see what's going on really. Look at that. That's got very hot. It's delivered a few takeaways in its time, this, hasn't it? Right, so we've done some further investigation and we've pulled out the spark plug. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's how it was sat in there. And it's got a bit of rust on it. Focus. It's got a bit of rust on it. I didn't want to pull the head, but I think I'm going to have to. There's inside, bit dirt, a bit brown, but not too bad. So yeah, I think that's more or less it really. More investigation. That don't look too bad. And I mean, these are all getting replaced, but it's just trying to identify how hard the engine's lived, but it's probably lived quite hard, to be honest. Yeah, right, what I'll do is I'll show you what else came with the engine. I ain't got a clue how that's going back on. There we go. Yeah, so I'll show you what else came with it. Right then, we'll end this video here. I said I'd show you what parts we got. Also, Holly wanted to show you her new merch, which is Unicorn Girl. She's got hoodies, haven't you? You've got 2 hoodies, and we're going to order some t-shirts, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very happy with them. Very happy with them. So, what else did I get? So I got, you know what these are? These are drive shafts, 2 drive shafts for a Micra. So again, these will be used to mate to the mini drive shafts, because I'll be running Micra inners and mini outers. So we needed them. You know what that is?
No.
So this is a modified gear linkage. So it's a Nissan Micra modified to fit a classic mini, I believe. Yeah, the welds aren't the best. Let me show you. You see that? Yeah, they're not the best, and then it's been welded there as well. So I think I'll be grinding them back, and I shall be doing some work with them. We've also got. Oh, do you know what that is? It's an inlet manifold.
Stone.
It's not stone, it looks like stone. So this is again a K11. Sorry about the, I live in Beirut apparently. So this is a K11 manifold. Now we try to even offer this up, and there's absolutely no chance from where, especially where the rear mount is. So yeah, it's never going to work. But again, it's got the fuel injectors and the fuel rail, as you can see. So it'll probably be cut, and my friend who's a fabricator will be welding, I presume, something like a box on top, because that's where the throttle body would sit, and the throttle body will sit on the end there. And then these came with it, but I don't think we'll be using these. They are Honda. I need to check the parts on them, but I was sold they came with the engine, and I was told they are Honda CBR 600 carbs. Everybody goes, oh, carbs, fit bike carbs are absolutely amazing. Yeah, I get that, and I did at first. I'll be honest with you, I got dead excited, but in reality they're an absolute headache to set up. Speaking to people who've had these and have reverted away from them, especially with the space I've got in the engine bay, these are not going to work properly. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to part with these so I can put some more money into the project. So yeah, so unfortunately they're cool, they're amazing, but they're going to go. So that concludes it really. What have I got on the way? I've got a wiring loom on its way. What are you doing? Stand up. I've got a wiring loom on the way. I've got an alternator on the way because the Nissan Micra alternator won't fit, so I've ordered, it's coming from Germany actually. It's an alternator for a, bear with me, a Daihatsu Charade slash Chiron, I think. Really small Denso unit, so hopefully that's going to work. I don't know. And then, have we got anything else coming? We've tore into the engine a bit, as you've seen. After speaking to my uncle, shut up. After speaking to my uncle, he's pretty sure the engine's probably been raced, especially with the clutch the way it is. It's not been cared for very much, the engine, but for what I paid for the whole lot, I would have happily paid for a subframe. So I am still looking for a 1.3 Micra. It has to be a 1.3 now because that's what my engine frame will take.
Wow, you've got one.
I know, but I don't think it's very good. We need a whole car. If we get a whole car, that'd be beneficial, because this ain't got any pipe work with it or anything like that. I'm also picking up a SPI tank. As people will know, the carb tanks only have one outlet anyway, and I need a return. But also the main fact is it doesn't have sort of like a baffle in it, like the injection tanks do. So that, again, that was another one. The fuel pump off the SPI
isn't enough. I think it's 2.5 bar. It's an old pump anyway, so I'll be replacing that. We're going for something 3 bar or over. There's a couple of performance ones I really like the look of. I'd like a Bosch one. That's what I run on the Fiesta, and I'm really happy with that. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think that is it. Do you have anything to say?
No.
No? She just wanted to be in the video. I grabbed the tripod and she comes bounding at me. I want to be in the video, I want to be in the video. And then she doesn't say anything. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Like I say, I am still looking. And we're gonna crack on with this. There's some work on the shell that needs doing, so the welding, I think that's gonna have to take priority at the moment. As you can see, these parts here are rested on lots of garage panels. I have a garage that is going right here, but I bought it in February. We had really bad weather for 3 or 4 weeks, and then we had COVID. So nobody can come and help me lift these, and these weigh an absolute ton. So I can't do it on my own. I've got the base ready, well, nearly ready, and then they will be getting used for a garage, and that'll give me a much nicer space to work in. I'll be keeping the other garage that you can see there. That'll just be parts and basically a dumping ground, and this will be the lovely, shiny, clean garage for my car. So I think that's it, yeah? So thanks for tuning in, guys. Any comments welcome, any feedback, and yeah, thanks for tuning in.